can affect behavior because the brain metabolizes glucose almost exclusively and is immediately affected by low blood sugar. So in hypoglycemia condition, hypo means low condition. So imbalance affects the behavior also. Imbalance in these hormones. So let's see gonads. So far we are discussing each and every organ, endocrine organ. So if you see the ovaries.
Recording in progress.
So here, if you see testis and ovaries, right? They also actually releasing certain hormones, estrogen, progesterone. So, and testis would release androgens and inhibin, etc., which actually involves in secondary sexual characteristics. So, this estrogen hormones, which are secreted by these ovarian follicles, develop and maintain sexual characteristics in females and initiate buildup of uterine lining and are regulated by FSH. So this is interplay between hormones actually. So FSH is actually stimulating the ovary to produce or to get to actually to get mature of the follicles. Maturing of the follicles would be taken care by this, stimulating hormones and estrogen. So progesterone is secreted by corpus luteum. So if you see ovary structure, so it contains follicles. And mature ovum would be released from the mature graphene follicle. So secondary, tertiary, there are follicles. At the maturity at the 14th day or during ovulation, FSH and LH molecules, which are hormones which are released by the pituitary gland, would be at a peak level in the 14th day. So once they release, right, even estrogen levels also will be increasing, so that this uterine, once this mature graphene follicle is released ovum, later it gets converted into corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. So here you need to understand one thing. I'm discussing about gonads right now. So these gonads are nothing but females. In females, they are ovaries, and in males, it is testis. So here, if you see, so once the ovum is released, ovum or egg is released, it waits for sperm. So after ovulation, it waits for the sperm to get fertilized. If there is no sperm, then again menses would start, right? So here we need to understand. Let's assume that the sperm entered into the female reproductive tract. So I will draw female reproductive tract, simple diagram. So this is vaginal opening and this is uterus. Cervix. So sperm should travel all along this and should reach the site of the fertilization. So without going into much depth, here we need to understand one important aspect is that corpus luteum produces progesterone, which actually maintains the lining of the uterus. So let's assume that sperm actually reached and it fertilized the egg. Then it would form as an embryo and then it implants into the lining of the uterus. For example, if there is no fertilization, so there is no coitus, coitus, or there is no intercourse, so sperms are not available, and egg would eventually disintegrate, and this lining would be shed as menses during menses. So it means that this corpus luteum would actually degrade. So progesterone, which is released by the corpus luteum, will be waiting for implantation. If there is no implantation, if there is no fertilization, there is no implantation. So what happens is this corpus luteum would be degenerated. Once it is degenerated, the progesterone levels would be dropped, and obviously this lining would be removed during menses, right? So there are a lot of stigmas over menstrual cycle, but this is as natural process as tears and sweats. So likewise in females, these are the activities were done by the hormones. So that's what hormones plays a very important role during this menstrual cycle, mood swings and other aspects, because of these many chemical changes that occurs in the females. So androgens like testosterone, right, secreted by testes, support spermatogenesis. What is this? Spermatogenesis. Genesis meaning formation, newly formation, right? So sperm formation, it is taken care by that. And even it is regulated by LH, luteinizing hormones. So likewise, we have in kidneys, renin, right? And even uterus would release prolactin and relaxin during the pregnancy time. So they are otherwise called as pregnancy hormones. So these are all thymopoietin would be released, and in stomach there are histamine, gastrin, etc. will be released by the stomach. So here we discussed about important organs, endocrine organs, how they affect the behavior. So here the behavior of certain cells we have seen. It means we have seen that how these hormones which are released by the endocrine glands would eventually have an impact on the entire system, right? So we are biology is something fundamental or foundation for the whatever the way we wanted to study the behavior. First we need to understand its how moods are controlled, how stress responses are there, how hormones plays, and how immune system plays a role in the behavior. All these aspects needed certain basics in the biology. So here I covered in the part 9, I have covered few organ systems. In part 10, few endocrine organs. So watch these videos over and over, so that it would be easy for you guys to move forward in the next aspects. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you like, definitely like, share and comment, and please do subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Subscribe, and every day 8 p.m. I will be releasing a video of UGC psychology syllabus, so which with the explanation. So I hope you understood the points, and you can recap and you can see the video as many times as you can. So that is it for today. Thank you.